Okay, so tower reset. I think I missed it. I think it was yesterday, but regardless, we're here anyway. Again, I already did these two. I don't know about anyone else, but my gosh, man, these two, these bottom two that refresh every time, they are getting pretty difficult. Um, not. I mean, obviously, I did them. They're not undoable, but like this one, I was gonna use this team regardless, right? Oh, come on, go back. Here we have Electro Res decrease plus liberation damage plus crit damage. And I couldn't do this. The highest I could get was like maybe 1 or 2 stars with Kelcharo, with the Kelcharo Yinlin team. Part of that might be, just a skill issue type thing, but yeah, I just like my builds aren't exactly super fantastic on Kelcharo and her anyway. They're all three substat rolls. I guess if we want to, let me see. Let's go down here real quick. I think it'll let me see them. So they're not great, and this is just kind of this isn't really complaining because I don't really care. Obviously, I can clear them, but I'm just concerned about people who like newer at the game and like don't have a huge roster. Because if we see here, her build isn't that great, but look at this: 3 substats, 4 substats, 3 substats, 3 substats. Well, it's actually two. The energy regen kind of doesn't it does and doesn't count, but you know what I mean. Like ideally, you want crit chance here, and then crit chance here. So crit chance, crit rate, and then either whatever damage they deal. So in her case, skill damage kind of ends up being what you want in this position. But yeah, so 3 substats, 3-ish. His build is a little better, but look at this. Well, I had to replace this because he used to be running a different weapon, the crit chance heavy blade. So I was running this, but now that he's running the new, and this again, this is with this new sword. So it's with this. So 4 substats, 3 substats, three, three. You know what I mean? Anyway, this is just kind of a small tidbit where it's just like, wow, it's actually pretty hard to get these numbers decent. But again, maybe it's a skill issue. Maybe other people are doing them a lot easier. But it's like again, it's having enough teams to not only clear all of this, and then having teams left over to come clear this. You know what I mean? It's like it's just a lot. Like they ask a lot out of you. So spectral res reduction. See, ideally, what I'm going to do is probably use because I kind of figured this is going to be fusion. Yeah, the new damage type that came with the new character lady. I forgot her name was Aemeath. With her, that's kind of the thing they're focusing on. So I figured we'd use her on these two. So if I'm using her, that also means that I'm bringing what's her name? That also means that I'm bringing Lene here. So Lene, I'm probably not going to use the Lene up here, but we'll see how that goes. We are getting basic attack damage plus arrow reduction. So hypothetically, I'm just gonna bring. This is just gonna be this one because we can't use electro. Oh damn it! Yeah, we can't use electro. I mean, funnily enough, it might still be even better, but regardless, I'm probably not gonna do this unless. Let's see. What can I do? I think I might have to refactor the teams, but let's just go in here. Is everybody wearing what they're supposed to be? This is, I guess, here's the build. It's still a little lackluster. I wish it was better, but she's at 65, but her set gives her like 10% crit chance. How do I expand it? That's not what I meant to do. Outline. It's right here. Okay. I hate that it like gives you a summary. I want the numbers. I don't care about whatever. Crit rate 10%. So she's at 75% crit rate. It's not too bad. Um, yeah, it could be better, but yeah, it's not terrible. Her set is like ridiculous. Honestly, she probably needs more crit damage, but I'm just not. I can't be asked to go do whatever. That's her build, and then where? Oh, shoot, I was already on her. 271 crit chance with 260 whatever. Double The 3-piece and the 2-piece. Okay. So let's go in there. This obviously isn't going to be. This isn't ideal for her because again, 50% spectral damage buff plus the spectral res reduction. This is obviously meant for Luke, but we'll see. Yeah, because of the Toon Strain stuff, we don't have a lot of Toon Strain buffs or anything of that nature. So either way, we're just not. We're kind of going against the grain, but whatever. We'll just deal with it. Is that what is that? Is that like hardware lag or is that like internet lag? Did he just cancel me out of my heavy attack thing? That's crazy. You kind of need that to go through because that does a lot of. Actually, that does a lot because it does a lot of actual just straight up damage. Like the numbers are huge on it. It does a lot of tune break damage and it does a lot of reverberation meter damage. So you really kind of hit us pretty hard there. There we go. You gotta like time that right. See what I mean? Like it's supposed to stop time, but at that point he didn't. He just he didn't care. He was like, whatever. You kind of want to have 6 stacks of the arrow erosion when you get into her form. Now, mathematically, the rotation is probably, that's probably not the rotation you want to do. I don't, I haven't looked at like a spreadsheet or whatever, but that's just kind of my intuition on that. Is get 6 stacks so they last long enough for your entire ult rotation or whatever with her. I messed up. I gotta save the actual skill for the last one. And we killed him. Okay. Return, continue. It's the same buffs again. The arrow resistance is reduced. The basic attack damage does help, but obviously, what's her name? Cardathia's damage is oddly distributed. She does a lot of basic attack damage, but that's not like her main thing. You know what I mean? Like it's just weird. She just does a lot of spread out damage. Like her arrow stacks, the basic attack, the liberation does a lot of damage. So it's just kind of like it's hard to like give her good buffs. That's why Chikona ends up being so valuable for her because Chikona gives straight up like a 100%. I think it's 100%. I'm not sure, but she gives like this gigantic just arrow damage bonus. So like her entire kit gets boosted by that, right? Because she can't take advantage of attack buffs either, which again, that was the whole discussion as to why I wanted Chisa for her, because I needed someone to buff her in non-attack related ways. Did they add juggling? Has this always been here? There's no way this was here before. I don't remember juggling enemies like this. So either this is some kind of glitch that's happening. Why is there just one enemy? What's going on? Oh, there he is. Yeah, I didn't get any arrow erosion stacks on him because I burned them all on that other enemy. Oh, come on. Yeah, we have to cut this rotation as short as possible because I gotta swap her off. Oh, come on. Am I gonna hit him with this? Hopefully. Alright, let's see. We're gonna lose this. Did we get it? I can't believe that. We were so close to losing that. We got close to, well, I got close to losing that because like I didn't dodge as much as I should have. Because like when he knocks you out, you're losing a lot of DPS, and like when he freezes you, obviously you're losing a lot of DPS. But again, it's like annoying having to like dodge everything for no reason because having to oh my gosh, I'm gonna get copyright stricken for that. Anyway, yeah, it's annoying having to like dodge everything because you lose DPS on your rotations, and like certain units need to just do their rotations flat. Like, but for what's her name? For Lova, it's not too bad because her rotations, like dodging gets her the enhanced basic or the enhanced resonance skill, which is what you need to get the notes, right? So, and often, a lot of cases with her, dodging is beneficial, but again, I'm also just lazy. I can just brute force it. I'm telling you, you guys are all sleeping on this combo. These two together are really good. It's just you have to fill out the third slot. If you want to consider this, probably something like this. This and like this isn't too bad. As like a cheap version, mainly just because, I mean, for one, she's best in slot for Aemeath anyway, but because Aemeath can take advantage of Shorekeeper and Cardathia can't, I kind of keep them together. But if whenever I want to use her with Aemeath, that's what she's there for. But anyway, this isn't too bad. The problem is there's no good sets for Sanhua to help out because, first of all, this doesn't help Cardathia because again, it's 22% attack and that does nothing for her. This kind of does help because it's 12% damage boost, just damage boost in general. So whatever. What was the other thing here? This gives her 38% basic attack, which again is not terrible, but it's also not like ideal. The reason I formulate the team the way I do is because let's consider this. Like Sanhua is fine, but she doesn't do a lot of damage because first of all, she's a 4-star. So she comes in, does like two things. She comes in, she intros, skill, ult, or ult skill, depending on, whichever one's better for you. Skill, oh, and then the other thing was this, hold on, let me go in here. If you have her at a +6, again, for most people, she's a lot better, but she gives out a 20% attack buff, right? So, again, that's not helpful for Cardathia. She can't take advantage of that. So all you're doing is giving her the basic attack buff, basically, and 12% from the Heron. There might be other stuff in there that I'm forgetting, but again, it's just the problem is it's not ideal. Anyway, the point being that the reason Sanhua is so advantageous is she comes in, does like intro skill ult or intro ult skill, and then leaves. Her outro skill is ready to go, and then she buffs Cardathea by 38%, as you see here, which is good. But again, it doesn't encapsulate all of Cardathea's damage, just her basic attacks, which they do make up most of it, but, you know, you're not boosting everything. So my line of thinking is just, okay, so instead of having a character in here to boost Cardathea's damage, how about we just have a character in the background who does all of her damage in the background? Cardathea loses some buffs, sure, but she still gains both the arrow stack boost and the defense shred from this. So just have her be on, like, give those buffs to Cardathea, right? So that's kind of my thinking. Obviously, it's not super effective. It's not super optimal, but like I said, I don't like Chacona. And second of all, I don't like using Arrow Rover. Plus, Arrow Rover's kind of stuck with Zani, even though I try to avoid using Zani in most situations. But it is what it is, right? So I'm not saying, you know, it's an optimal team, but if you have these characters lying around, I'd recommend giving it a try. You'd probably clear a decent amount of content. I mean, Cardathea, I think everybody pulled for Cardathea probably. I hopefully a bunch of you pulled for Lova just because of how good she is in Whimpering Wastes. We saw on the tier list last time. She's still up there last time I checked. She's the best Whimpering Waste unit. So just keep that in mind. As I said, it's not like a super like optimized team, but I tend to like it. The other thing is, let's go. Actually, you know what I could have done is I could have used Lene on team the first team, but just because I have Lupa. Lupa's not optimal again. She's fine. I'm not gonna run this, but it's just to see. She gives out fusion and basic. Never mind. Who was it? It was I was thinking about her because she gives out liberation and whatever. Actually, you know what I should try? I think I might try this at some point. I'm probably gonna run some kind of like Chang Li Aemeath quick swap team. I'll see how that goes. Probably not. It's not super great, but I think that might be fun. Might be a fun thing to do because I run Chang Li with, where is she? With Carlotta, obviously. But Chang Li's outro doesn't help Carlotta at all because Carlotta does resonant skill damage, so the liberation doesn't help. And obviously she's not a fire unit, so the pyro, whatever, the fusion doesn't help. So it kind of sucks that way. But Aemeath does have a decent amount of quick swap opportunities, so I don't know. I might play around with that at some point. We'll see how that goes. But for now, we're just gonna go with the obvious. This, and then we're just going to bring you into this. Let's go change your build. Well, we're not changing the build per se. We're just swapping off her weapon. There we go. Because I only have one of these, and it's still at +3, despite playing for almost over a year. So this is her build, where she's at. Just get a bunch of energy regen, basically, and crit damage. The healing isn't super important. There you go. We got to swap her weapon. This is her build right now. 73, 267. We're kind of low on crit chance, and we're kind of low on crit damage. There's a little more to gain. I just got a lot of bad rolls overall. Yeah, so it's not great. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. Actually, what did I? Yeah, okay, it's crit damage. So yeah, she could be better. And then Aemeath, this is where she's at right now. Again. She could be better. I actually do have her weapon, so this weapon combined with what's her name? Chisa. Her with Chisa is like a 60% defense shred. It's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, it's just nobody has any defense after that. So yeah, 267, the same set that, you know, just use the set that they give you for her. I keep her in this firing mode. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. You guys already know I'm kind of ignorant about like everything. I don't read. I don't know what the difference is between these two. I don't know which one's better or what I should be doing. This one, Tune Rupture Shifting. See, I don't know what Tune Rupture and Tune Rupture Shifting is. All I know is there's a little tune shield, that icon, you know, when you're fighting them, and then you get a tune break every so often. That's as far as I know how that works. I just can't be asked to learn it. I mean, it's probably helpful, but I'm kind of on my way out of this game anyway, so it's fine. For now, I'm still brute forcing my way through everything, largely because Shorekeeper is just so overpowered with the S2. Anyway, I've just talked way too long. Let's just get in there. The reason I'm talking is probably just because theoretically this one should be a little shorter because like Lene does so much damage that I'm pretty sure I don't have anything to worry about. But I don't know. Could be overconfidence talking. All attributes reduction, fusion burst. When take their res is increased, but when I hit them with fusion burst, it goes away. Okay. When they take double damage. Okay, that's completely fair. When enemies are under Tune Strain Interfere, they take 50% more basic attack damage, which I'm pretty sure obviously is for Luke. Total damage, rupture multiplier. Teams increased by 100. Okay. This caught me off guard the other day. I don't idle very much, and I sat there and she was doing this. I was like, hey, how long has she been able to do that? I'm just going to pop the ult here because why not? It doesn't matter whether we have buffs or not. You just have to faff around with Shorekeeper for a while because her thing takes forever. I'm running out of buff time. I think I just burned her entire like ult thing on nothing. I'm just gonna kill him. I just had a quick swap in there real quick to... Oh, we didn't get the outro. Give me the outro! My gosh. Why was that being such a pain? Am I even hitting them with half of these moves? Hopefully all these buffs are still up for this. Not just like wasting it. Oh, see, we got our outro skill that time. I need a tune break him. There we go. Actually, I don't know if you need to. It's just it was bothering me that it was there. She lags there. After you hit that ult, I didn't realize she stood there for like a second. It's just usually everything's dead by the time you do that, so I don't... I'm running out of time. Die. I think 150 seconds left is what? 350s. So it's 2:30. 2 minutes and 30 seconds. We have to have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on the timer, right? Yeah. As 120 is 2 minutes and then 30 seconds left over. So 2.5 minutes. I think if you looked up there, if you go back on the footage, this is the second time. This one, it was like 2 seconds left. The last one, I thought I was gonna fail it. I'm pretty sure I got it on the 0. I have to go back and watch that footage, but my gosh. That's crazy. Like, I'd like to think that my they're not that bad. The builds aren't that bad. And we're abusing not only are we abusing all these effects, 100% extra damage, plus Aemeath has her weapon. That's insane. It's just crazy to me. But again, maybe I'm just not piloting Lene right, or Lene. Well, Lene is she has one rotation. That's about it. But Aemeath, maybe I'm not piloting Aemeath right. I don't know. It's a mystery to me. But yeah, I don't know. Like I said, half of the point of this channel, the reason I put these videos up isn't to like show you guys how skilled I am, because clearly I'm not that skilled. It's mainly because if anybody has any way to improve or any advice to give me, that's kind of the whole point. So, as usual, if you're seeing me do something wrong or you think I need to be corrected, just let me know. That's half of it. Half the reason is to put up stuff on the internet, and when people see you doing something wrong, that's the whole point, right? Is they correct you. So partially it's that. The other part is that again, I'm free to play on this account, so I want to kind of show off what's capable, and like I said, it's to give people an understanding of, like, if I'm struggling with this as free to play, you're probably gonna have a hard time too. And if I can't complete this, it's not to say, again, I'm not that good. I'm kind of the average player. So to be good in this game and free to play, you have to be way better than me, because if you're not, you're going to be struggling kind of around where I'm at, right? So people under me are going to be, because I like to think I'm, in Zenless, I'm like top 10% on Deadly Assault and everything always. And I kind of think that translates over to here as well. So I would assume I'm top 10% of the player base. But anyway, the point being is just that, it's not to flex on people. It's just to say I'm kind of the average in terms of skill, and like, if you're better than me, you'll be okay, right? Don't sweat it. But if I'm having trouble and you're not as good as I am, which again, I'm not that good, then there's going to be a lot of trouble going forward. Which again, some of that stuff's patched out with if you bought the monthly, if you like this game and you're like worried about, I'm not going to be able to perform later, some of that's just easily patched out with just the monthly pass, like pay $5 to get the little, monthly pass that gives you like 60 or 90 or whatever per day. And that'll fix that pretty solidly. You'll have enough polychrome or here's astrite. To just summon whoever you want, right? Because the main thing, the reason you do Tower of Abyss, if you can't do it, it's okay, because I'm only like, if I can't complete this or whatever, I'm only losing like 100, whatever, astrite. And that's easily made up by one day on a monthly pass. You know what I mean? So it's really not that big a deal. Just gonna ult him. We're just like dunking on this man. Look at this. There we go.
ordained. I engraft you new. Drive safe! Tie a bow and call that my signature. Mark! New look! Shake it up! The form of mastery! Souls sing in harmony! To the Savior's victory! Heroes on! Lights up! Lilacs checked. Evil fly high!
I don't mind her kit, but her kit just feels like a more cutscene oriented version of Augusta. Because you're just stacking everything to get her, like, her you know, big ult. The way Augusta stacks to get her time-stopping ult or whatever. But here, there's, like, way more cutscenes, and they like to flaunt her off in front of your face constantly. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I paid for her, so I'm getting my money's worth, because they keep shoving her in my face, but, like... I'd like gameplay. We got a new title, whatever that means. Let's go take a look at what we got. Hazard Tower. You want Tower? Yeah, let's leave. I think I'm going to pull for Luke. No, I'm not going to go all in for Luke, because I really don't care. But if I have a 10 pull after this, we'll do a 10 pull. Just because why not? It's because I need a new spectral unit, and Luke seems pretty cool. He seems like a chill dude. Chill homie. We got a new title. Keen Observer, I don't care. Whatever. Roving Lodestar. Calamity Ender. Oh, that's the other thing. I was just going to show off real quick because I feel like showing off. Total Defense. What's today? So it's what? I'm trying to find Hazard Zone. So 9:30. I don't know when that was. Adversity Explorer Expeditioner. Ruler of the Tower. Is that today? Yeah, March 5th. So 10. Obtain all crests in the tower. So not bad. I finally got this. Yeah, so this is the first time you do it, you get Expeditioner. Second time you get Repeller. Ruler of the Tower. But I'm going to keep the one I have on because this is my favorite one. Because absolutely, I was bathed in pain. Because if you looked at all the things that I got, they're down here somewhere. It doesn't matter. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you physically anyway. Is that it? No, I don't. I'm trying to... Listen, I'm like an old man here. I've done all of these. These are all done on this account. So if anybody wants to come at me with skill issues, I don't know what to tell you because I can full clear the tower. I have the title to prove it. I clear all these, and I'm free to play. Again, not legally because I did spend $30 to buy the pack to buy the 2 skins. But everything else is free to play. I haven't even transferred over. Let's go look at the currency. I still have these 3 from the pack that I bought because I'm not going to transfer that over to regular Astrite. I'm just going to let it sit there. But anyway, let's go see if we can do a pull on Luke. We don't. So eventually I'll do a 10 pull on him just for the sake of it. Because first of all, his weapon is all right. Obviously, it's really good for him. Basic, whatever, all this other stuff. But I don't mind. I have Blazing Justice for Zani, and I can just throw it on him, and it's going to be fine. It's not going to be that big a deal. Yeah, so... Unfortunately, one of the other things, too, is this game, there's not enough 4 stars for you to, like, want to pull for 4 stars either. Like, I have all the 4 stars basically maxed. I think this little girl here, or whatever her name is... That doesn't let me show you, but... It's the only one I don't have. What else? Is there anything else I wanted to show off? Yeah, I don't know. That was just the main thing. Was just I finally completed all the stupid holograms. Also, the other thing. Now that I've completed all of them... If anybody wants to cry skill issue or say I suck at the game, whatever, by all means, I'm not going to stop you. But what I want to say is that now that I've completed them, I completed them mainly so I could say this. These holograms are trash. They're not any indication of skill or anything at all. So again, I'm not flexing to say that I'm better than whoever. No, I'm flexing to let you guys know that if there's someone who's out there telling you that like you're not good because you can't do the tactical holograms, they're just liars. They're just don't listen to them. This stuff here, it's just trial and error. Each one of these holograms, well, these first set probably didn't as much. I remember them being pretty easy, but these got really annoying. This whole set here, the middle set and the newest ones that came out. They're not really, they don't take a lot of skill. They take a lot of trial and error. And the reason I can tell you confidently is trial and error is because everything one shots you. So as soon as any of these bosses just touch you, everything one shots you. So you have to basically flawless them and not get hit for the entire fight. That's not how good fights are. Trying to do these fights without getting hit, it's kind of like playing chess without losing any pieces. Yeah, okay, maybe if you beat a guy without losing any pieces, you're better than that guy. But real chess with real people who are at high levels, sacrificing is part of the trade-off and knowing when to do what, right? Playing chess with this mindset of, oh, I can't lose any pieces is stupid because of the tactical advantages that, whatever, right? That's the same thing with this. When you play this game, when you play this or Zenless, there's a combat thing going on of like, well, there are certain times where it's more advantageous to get hit and take the damage and then go in for a heavier attack or do this or do that, right? So the interplay between taking damage and fighting is just a huge part of the combat situation. Not getting hit, it's just dumb and boring. Like, all my combos are interrupted constantly because I have to say, oh, I have to dodge, oh, I have to dodge, oh, I have to dodge. And they do not stop their attacks. So basically what it comes down to is just do dodge attacks until you put them into the stun phase. And once they're in the stun phase, then wail on them and then go back to dodging constantly because they don't have any good interplay in them. One of the, again, like the parry, when they parry, what kind of a window is that? You parry them and then they're stunned for like a second and you hit them with something and then you move on and then they go back to doing what they're doing, right? When you're playing something like Zenless, I don't know. It's just, like I said, it's a whole video unto itself. But the point I'm trying to make is just if anybody wants to like throw around this thing of like, oh, you just suck because, whatever, you haven't done all the holograms or whatever. I don't care. Like, if you think you're good because you can sit around and press the dodge button, 30 times in a row perfectly, like some kind of, what's the word? Like some kind of rhythm game or whatever, by all means, go do you. But that's not what I find. That's not skillful. That's just you doing whatever. Which, as you can see here, why it ended up being Augusta for a lot of these. Again, these first set are easy. Don't worry about them. Like, you'll clear them. Look at this. I cleared them with Carlotta and a 4-star. That's how easy they were. It's around the second set that they start getting a little harder. Look at this. I did this one back when I was running Carlotta with her. Look at this team. It's still terrible. But anyway, the reason why you see Augusta on a lot of these is because Augusta just gives you a bigger window because she freezes time and does her little whatever, and does all her damage in there. So anyway, and then, yeah, so anyway, the point being is that, like, yeah, okay, if you think you're skillful because you can press dodge 20 times in a row, and then once they're stunned or in the stun window, then you just beat them up. Okay, by all means, go, you knock yourself out. But these are not fun. They're not entertaining. I just don't care. So I got them out of the way. So if anybody wants to complain about skill issue, whatever, go ahead. But like I said, that's why this title's here. This is why I chose this title, because I think it's hilarious. Because like I said, there was nothing but pain. There wasn't anything fun in that. There wasn't anything triumphant in like, oh, I defeated this or whatever. No, it's just nonsense. I have all these icons that I got for all the 5-stars that I pulled, and I still just prefer to run with a 4-star. Yeah, if anyone wants to know what I look like, it's like this, but with black hair. Obviously, I don't look this attractive. I'm not trying to pretend like I look like Alto, but my hair is about this length, and I usually tie it up like that. But it's like a dark brown. It's not black. It's like a dark brown. But yeah, so if anyone wants to know what I look like, it's kind of like that. But if we measure Alto, what is it? Well, that's kind of like a 10. I'm not I'm not a judge of this. I'm not a very good judge of like male attractiveness. To me, all dudes look ugly. yeah, that just for some reason I just can't find dudes attracted at all. I mean, not for some reason, it's because I'm straight, but yeah, I don't have a good eye for analyzing male beauty, but I can submit right that Alto. If we were to say Alto's like a 10, I'm probably somewhere around like a 7. Yeah, I think seven's pretty good. I don't look like a mongoloid, but I definitely don't look like Alto. It's just if I were to look like a 10, it would look like Alto. Is the point I'm making? Like me as a 7, if you somehow were to give me a +3, like steroids and all this other stuff, whatever. But since I'm natty, it's hard to like get down to that kind of fat reduction and sculpting. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm tangential just because we finished the TOA super fast this time. But yeah, so that's it till next time. Again, I'm running out of like content or videos to make on this. I might actually just make a video on the tactical holograms by themselves, addressing what I just talked about now. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, till next time.